her emotions out and I have to listen to it, but then she doesn't listen. But if I try to tell her my emotions, then she's not attracted to me. It's the whole thing is that is, again, part of the feminine. You can look at it as difficult. To me, that's not a burden. I'm glad that you're coming to me with that and that you're sharing that with me and that I can support you and make you feel loved and that I do care. I do want a woman who will cry at an animatronic dinosaur being left behind on the island with the volcano. I don't want a woman that's going to be like, yeah, it's just an animatronic dinosaur. You know, it's like, like I don't care about that.
Yeah, we can fist
like, don't cry.
What are there other ways that women are difficult?
Oh, so many ways.
Oh, okay. Tell us.
Let me see. So
many.
Well, it is. Well, I mean, one of the and I'll just kind of go over some of the ways that, men complain, because the whole venting emotion, right? Because guys are always like, you see it in our comments where they're like, why does she get to like be emotional and to have all of her emotions out and I have to listen to it, but then she doesn't listen. But if I try to tell her my emotions, then she's not attracted to me, right? So it's the whole thing is that is, again, part of the feminine. Mm-hmm. So you can look at it as difficult, right? Like a great example was just today as we're driving over here, right? Our dog Toto, right? You've got a collar on her, and like the last
getting stuck on her bed,
right,
and like choking her.
And the realistic, like I know that we've had this collar and this bed, for 2 years. Nothing's ever happened to her. Like nothing's really likely to happen.
But in the past 2 weeks, it's happened.
Yeah,
or 1 week,
like she's gotten caught
twice.
on it. But like from a rational, logical standpoint, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's fine. Like I wouldn't even worry about it, not even at all. But you're upset by it in the car, right? And so
I'm still upset.
And you're still upset, right? And so I'm checking on Toto. Mm-hmm. Like I care that you're upset about it, and I'm going to make sure that she's taken care of. Mm-hmm. Even if I know, like in my masculine mind, I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. It's not a big deal at all, right? It's like that could be my masculine, but it doesn't matter. That's not like I care about how you feel about it,
right?
And I care about you. And I care about that.
You're not upset. Trying to put your male logic on my female emotion.
Because I could be like, oh, what are you doing? Like, we got to record a podcast. Don't worry about that. That's silly. Like, we got important stuff to do. Like, why are you bothering me with this stuff? Like, I could be like that. But I would never be like that to you.
Toto's important.
She is important. I'm just saying, like, as a man, thinking that there's nothing that's going to happen to Toto anyway. So it's like, but you see what I'm saying is that to me, that's not a burden. I'm glad that you're coming to me with that and that you're sharing that with me and that I can support you and make you feel loved and that I do care.
But what about men who don't want their wives to come to them? Because I think there's a lot of men who are, like you said, they're like, well, I can't do it, so I don't want her to come to me with her problems.
That's the whole thing about it is like, what happens for me when I respond to you in the right way, when you're bringing this to me, right? It's a test for me as a man, because what am I wanting to really do?
Tell me that's no big deal.
No. I mean, like in my life.
That's what you want to tell me.
No. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Your masculine mind wants to, but you care about me, so you're like.
To me, if it were like I wouldn't worry about it myself, but I don't want to impose that on you. I don't want you to unnecessarily worry. Mm-hmm. I care about what your state is.
Right.
But what does that do? Like ultimately what I want to do is to be able to give my gift to the world, to love the world, to be that person.
Right.
And so what someone might say, what a guy might say, oh, I don't want this. Mm-hmm. You're missing the opportunity because this makes you better.
Right.
It helps you to grow and to be more empathetic and to understand people and to understand life better and to be a more open-hearted person, which is a good thing.
Right.
right? These are things that you need to develop within yourself. So it's not a bad thing. Plus, not only that, but it's the exact same thing. It's like, whoa, okay, do I want your feminine energy when it comes to the bedroom? Because it's the same emotional feminine energy. Do I use, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so if you turn off the spigot, what is it? Spigot. Yeah, I don't know. It's the spigot. If you turn off the spigot, you turn off the spigot. You're not going to get any of that flow. Right? I mean, literally, I guess, yeah, no pun intended, but it's also, you're not going to get any wetness.
Oh my God.
Because you turn off the spigot.
That's right. You just
Right?
like saying spigot.
But you get what I'm saying.
Did you
right?
make that one? That was a very John
The
analogy.
spigot one? Oh, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, that was
me.
good.
That was me. But yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
So it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But guys are, that's why, like, the things that guys are thinking women are supposed to be difficult and that they're thinking that are difficult, they're attributes. They're good things. You want a woman, just like we talked about before about with the Jurassic Park thing. It's like, I do want a woman who will cry at an animatronic dinosaur being left behind on the island with the volcano. I don't want a woman that's going to be like, yeah, it's just an animatronic dinosaur. You know, it's like, like, I don't care about that.
Yeah, we can fist
like, don't cry. It's not a big deal. Like,
That's
you know,
true.
it's, hey, this is life. People die. Stuff happens. It's a sacrifice. They're safe. The animatronic dinosaur is dead. It's life. I don't want a woman like that.
No.
No, right?
Well, you definitely didn't get one like that.
Right.
Like, we must save the animatronic.
You want a woman to raise your child and be like, that's tough. Oh, you scrape your knee? That's tough. Big deal. Life happens. You scrape your knee. You get blood. You know, it just happens. It's life, right? You don't want that.